Hey guys, welcome to Tuesdays with Carly on LGBT Advice. It's week 2 and we have 3 pretty good questions this week. I have to go to work in about 10 minutes, hence the get up, sweet little Caesar's garb right here. So I'm going to try and keep this really, really short and sweet. So our 3 questions for today. First one is, you may have gotten it before, but it is the whole even when you were a kid, did you really realize that you like the same gender? Translation, when did you realize you were gay? I realized when I was about 11 or 12, 6th grade. I had a huge crush on this girl, was in love with her, wanted to follow her around everywhere. Well, I guess that was the first time I had a crush. I really realized it when I was in 7th grade. The girl that I liked, was like, oh yeah, I'm bi, I like guys and girls. And I was like, oh my god, that's a fucking option? I can like guys and girls? What? I knew about gay guys, but I didn't really know about gay girls. It sounds really naive, but I mean, I grew up in a really conservative area of Southern California, so yeah, really realized that was why I wanted to follow her around everywhere. That was why I wanted to hang out with her all the time, stuff like that. But didn't accept it until I was about 19, so it took me a while. But yeah, realized it when I was about 12, 13, around that general area. But I mean, people can realize it, and they're young kids can realize it. Freaking 30s, 40s, 50s, 10s, 20s, whatever. Everyone does it at their own time. So, yeah. Second question. Alright, I can't tell if I'm genderqueer or just struggling against internalized misogyny. Most girly things annoy me, partly because I feel like I'm supposed to like them. How can you tell the difference? I'm not normally into labels, but if my genderqueerness comes from internalized misogyny, I probably need to work on that. Unfortunately, I'm not the best when it comes to gender-related questions. I'm very, very lucky. I was born into the right body. My brain fits my body completely. I am completely comfortable with my gender and all that kind of stuff. So, unfortunately, I don't have that much experience with it. But I guess I'd have to say just think about it and try to figure out what feels most natural to you, what you truly like, not what society is telling you to like, not what your family, your friends, whoever is telling you to like, media, whatever. Just figure out what's real in here, in your heart and in your gut, and then follow that. That's kind of all I mean, unfortunately, I don't really know that much on the subject because I was, like I said, I'm very lucky. Everything fits. But hopefully somebody else this week can give you a little bit more help than I can. I'm sorry. Final question. Sorry, I'm reading them off my little phone. Hi, so I'm 18, just graduated from high school in the beginning of June. I'm a lesbian, and so far I've only told some close friends, cousins, and my sisters. They support me. I have not told my parents, aunts, uncles, etc. Some of my family members are homophobes, and I'm scared to tell them. I was wondering, what is the best way to tell them, how should I tell them, and how do I deal with criticism? There is no, in my opinion, there is no perfect way or perfect time or perfect anything to tell your parents that you're gay. It's a very, very difficult, touchy subject, and it's extremely, extremely personal. I think it should be done with a lot of thought firsthand. You've got to figure out what you're going to say, what you're going to do. Make sure you prepare yourself for any type of reaction. I mean, I've had tons of friends who have been like, my parents are going to kick me out, blah, 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 and then they come out and their parents are either like, oh yeah, we already knew, or that's cool. Parents can have a very, very different reaction when it's their own children. For example, my mom's a lot more accepting of other people than she is of me, But I know tons of people who aren't accepting of other people, but they're accepting of their children. It just depends. You never know. Really just sitting down, having a full conversation. Make sure you're confident. Make sure don't let anybody else's opinions, don't let what they're going to say, don't let anything affect how confident and solid and how you feel about your own sexuality, because in the end, it's your sexuality. It's not theirs. It's not your family's, it's not your friends, it's not society's, it's not the media's, it's not anyone else's but yours. And that's all that really matters, is your opinion of yourself and your strength and, you know, things like that. Just really be prepared for anything, because it could go great. You never know. It could go horrible. You never know. It could go, you know, you never really know. Be prepared, be confident, be strong. Be prepared to cry. I definitely cried, and I'm a total pussy. I'm such a sap. I cry all the time. But still, be prepared to probably cry. Just be strong. That's like the biggest thing that I'd tell you, is be strong. Sit down, have the conversation, you know, make sure it's something that you're ready to talk about at length, because they're probably going to ask questions. They're, you know, you've just got to be prepared for anything, essentially. Yeah. Just make sure you're prepared for anything. And make sure, just in case it goes bad, that you have some kind of backup support system. Say you're very dependent on your parents financially, things like that. Make sure that you have that backup support system, so if they're like, all right, get the fuck out of my house, you're prepared. And you're not just left on the street with nowhere to go. Because unfortunately, that does happen. It's extremely sad. It's something I would never want anyone to go through. But the truth of the matter is that it does happen, and you need to be prepared just in case. I'm not saying that, you know, everyone who comes out, that's how it's going to go. It hasn't been like that for me. It hasn't been like that for many of my friends. But like I said, you just have to be ready and have to be prepared, because anything is possible. That's about it, really. Be strong, be confident, be prepared. And good luck to you, question asker. I really hope it goes good. Yeah, that's about it. I really have to get going for work. Sorry that this is probably going to come out really not as coherent or awesome, hopefully, that I normally am. But I lost track of time today. Happens. Anyways, as usual, please send us questions. Make sure you follow our Tumblr. Make sure you subscribe. Tell your friends shit like that. Yeah. And I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Bye. Let's go, gays. Let's go. Let's go, gays. Let's go. Frankie. 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 Frankie.